Okay, welcome everybody to the first class of the most common mistakes. We're going to start with some common mistakes with tense. I think this is the best way to improve, to look at your mistakes and try to avoid making the same mistakes. I've been teaching English now for a long time, and I have noticed that even students from different countries make exactly the same mistakes again and again and again. And if you just focus on these mistakes and focus on getting it right, you'll stop making these mistakes. And so this is the best way to improve. Okay, number one, as soon as, and that's the important part in this, that as soon as, it's called a subordinating conjunction. So as soon as he will arrive, we will have dinner. This is not correct, not in English. In other languages, I get the impression that in a lot of other languages, this is precisely what you do. You use the subordinating conjunction with future tense in both the subordinate clause and the main clause. We don't do that in English. We really don't. Not with as soon as, and not with any other subordinating conjunction that refers to the future. Let me give you some. When, yeah, if, before, after, until, unless. Yeah, with all of these words, when you see them at the start of a subordinate clause referring to the future, we don't use future. Yeah, we don't say when I will be 65, I will retire. No, we say when I am 65. Yeah, when and present tense. When I am 65, I will retire. It's not true. I think I'll carry on working. I think if you enjoy your job, you don't want to retire. But when I am 65, I will retire. Yeah, notice we use present tense in the when subordinate clause, and we use will in the main clause. So this is a really, really common mistake, probably the most common mistake with tense. And so we need to change it, don't we? We need to get rid of the will, and we need to add an S because it's a he. As soon as he arrives, oh, that's terrible, isn't it? Let's make that a little bit cleaner so you can see what on earth I'm writing. As soon as he arrives, we will have dinner. That's the correct way of doing it, guys, okay? As soon as he arrives, we will have dinner. And here's another one. It's really common with first conditional. You know, if is a subordinating conjunction, and in first conditional, it refers to the future. And so many students say this. They say, if I won't get a visa, I won't go to that country. But it's wrong. If I don't get a visa, yeah, it's got to be present tense. If I don't get a visa, or if I get a visa, I will. Yeah, this is why I tell my students, if I will is always wrong. Yeah, because it is. It's always wrong. It's always wrong in first conditional anyway. I must admit that there is a time when it's correct. If you say something like this, I don't know if he will come to the party, that's correct. That is not using if as a in first conditional. That's not if in first conditional. It's only if in first conditional where you have to use this don't get. If you're using if like whether, yeah, I don't know if he'll come, I don't know whether he'll come, that's okay. I don't know if he will come to the party, that's fine, that's correct. I don't know if he will come. So notice that this is the object of know. I don't know if he will come to the party. So it's very different, this subordinate clause. This subordinate clause is the object of know. Yeah? If he will come to the party is the object of know. It's what you don't know. It's a different type of subordinate clause. It's inside the main clause. And notice that you don't get two wills here. Yeah, what you really want to avoid is this to will thing. Yeah, when you've got will in the subordinate clause and will in the main clause, that's not correct. So bear in mind with these future time clauses, they're very often called, when, if, before, after, as soon as, until, unless, in case is another one. Yeah, take an umbrella in case it rains. And so with those subordinating conjunctions, please don't use future after them. Please use present tense, even though we are referring to the future. Okay, so that's a very, very common mistake. Number two.